And thank you for joining us for the second half hour. We have Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly in studio. He is kind enough to join us every couple of months to update us on what's happening in the city. And they only give us a few minutes. There's a lot going on in the city.
A lot.
So we better zip right into it. Walnut Street Bridge.
Yes, sir.
Makeover has long been needed. It is going to be closed for a while starting next year. Yep. An inconvenience, we're going to miss it, but it's important to do this.
It's really important. I mean, it hasn't had any major renovations in 30 years, and a lot of the decking is coming up, and people send me pictures all the time of the terrible shape. So this renovation will put it in good stead for another 50 years, including sandblasting it, taking it back, repainting it. So it's important, and we're going to create alternate routes across both the Market Street Bridge and the Veterans Bridge, including public art. And it'll be over before you know it, folks. It won't really start, the work won't start until March of next year. It'll last until September the following year, but we'll get through it as fast as we can.
And you and I have been around long enough to remember when it was, unused, decrepit.
Well, I'm old enough to remember driving across it.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
But it has really brought so much life to that part of town, so it'll be good to see the new version.
Yes.
Let's talk about Mox and Ben. That's been in the news recently. It will not be getting the new mental health facility, and instead the land will be preserved. Why do you feel that's important?
Well, there have been community efforts here for, probably 100 years to preserve Mox and Ben for its natural beauty, for its Native American history, for any number of reasons. And so it's just phenomenal that it's finally happening. The gun range will also move at some point, which has been reported on before, but full credit to everybody who helped make it happen, including former Congressman Zach Wamp, who has been working on this for a long time, the County Mayor Wamp and I. The community spoke very clearly and loudly, and to the governor's credit, he listened.
We're going to move now to Fraser Avenue, and certainly, one of the saddest things that's happened during your administration. It was almost a year ago. It was a year ago next month.
Yes.
Fatal crash there at Fraser Avenue, and since then, a lot of debates, a lot of work as far as what would be the transformation of Fraser Avenue into a safer traffic path. So what's being done there, and how long is it going to last, and what's the result?
Well, the resurfacing is happening now. I drove it today, as a matter of fact, and so it's going to be necking it down to one lane and a turn lane. So again, it should slow traffic down. The markings are going to be much more pedestrian and bike friendly. The priority obviously is pedestrians first, then bikes. So we're looking forward to it. The guy that designed this is a nationally known expert named Jeff Speck, and he's doing a lot of walkability studies around town. So we feel really confident that it's going to improve safety without too terribly inconveniencing traffic along the route, and I'm excited to see it done.
And let's just go ahead and tell you folks, this is going on, so if you have any business in the Fraser Avenue area in the weeks and months ahead, just be prepared, be patient.
Well, we'll get through it quickly, and we should be done pretty quickly, but it should be a really good transformation.
It's going to be different.
It will be different.
Now, Chattanooga has a new police chief.
Yes.
Celeste Murphy was indicted a while back. Vacancy became available, and John Chambers is the man, a longtime Chattanooga police officer. You and I have both met him and talked to him, and I'm just curious, when you really got to know him, what was it about him that stood out to you?
His heart. He has a heart for Chattanooga. I mean, I would claim, again, that's why I ran for mayor. I share that quality with him, I think. But he really loves this community and the people in this community and all the people in this community. So, again, and to be able to hire the best candidate internally was always my goal, but we were always going to hire the best candidate. And Chief Chambers was certainly it. We had a very broad and diverse committee. And I never imagined that the choice would be unanimous, but it absolutely was. And so we're very excited to have him as the chief, and he's doing a great job already.
Very enthusiastic. If you get to meet him, you'll enjoy him. He's a really terrific guy. And finally, Eastdale, we reported on the news a few days ago, new fire hall there, and it isn't just brick and mortar. It's a great facility with up to the minute state-of-the-art equipment. That's got to make you proud.
It does make me proud. I haven't had the opportunity to do many groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings, but this is one. The contractor and the architect got through it quickly. It's a state-of-the-art fire hall, as you can see there. It has facilities for women, which 60 years ago we didn't, and it will be the model for new fire halls going forward. And so, we have a really world-class fire department here in Chattanooga, and those men and women work very hard every day to keep us all safe, and so they deserve this and more. And so we were happy to be able to get it done for them.
Always good to see you. Appreciate you bringing the new logo.
Absolutely.
You've probably heard of the rebranding, Chattanooga, and we are trying to educate all the TV announcers around the nation how to say the name properly. Chattanooga.
And the website. Of course, this was all done in the service of the new website. So we've redone the city's new website, and it works a whole lot better than the old one. If you're curious about anything from, fees to any information, you can go to chattanooga.gov and learn more.
And get your leaves and brush picked up as
There you
well.
go.
Mayor, good to see you. Thanks again. We'll do this again soon. Right.